So exciting! Oh, I love this. Now I just lay them down here to dry upside down, then I'm gonna flip them upside up and then spray them with a alcohol-based spray. They're clean, dry and sanitized when I want to use them again. And I have a bunch more pots to get to, but not today because I have a little rascal. He's like, I'm trying to clean up as we go, but it's impossible. Here he comes. So we have a huge Weigela right here that always gets attacked by like some sort of larva, so that it looks like this. It usually occurs when it's blooming, and I really don't want to spray because we have bees and stuff, but I have neem oil. And like here, for example, is a little ladybug. I'm gonna try to remove all the leaves like this by hand, and then maybe just do a light spray. I do it in the evening to minimize the risk of like pollinators being around here. The whole shrub is gonna look like this if I don't do anything about it. It's happened every year. The same with our blueberries. And I saw damage on my cherry trees, so I'm gonna spray them as well. Here I can definitely see some sort of aphid situation. I don't know. Last year it was definitely caterpillars. They like scrunch up the leaves like this and hatch, and then they eat up like the whole plant. So I have this that I use for spraying weeds, but I rinsed it out. So I poured 3 liters of like tepid warm water with about, I don't know, like a few pumps of the neem oil, like a few tablespoons of just like a green soap. There are just way too many bees for me to feel confident to spraying this whole thing. But I sort of sprayed on like right here. There are no flowers, so just sprayed that curled up section of leaves, if you can see that. But there's like, it's everywhere, and I've seen a few leaves like that that has aphids. Oh, look at that butterfly. So pretty. Oh, ow, stinging nettles. But yeah, this is why I don't want to spray it. I mean, I know this neem oil is fine for animals and pollinators, but still, I'm not gonna spray anymore. I'm actually gonna come out here tomorrow and cut all of the ones that I can see curled up by hand. I am, however, gonna spray these blueberries and honeyberries, because they also always get attacked by something. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray the tips, because there are no current flowers, so there are no pollinators around here, and also my cherry trees, which also is done blooming. But they're massive now. Look at that one. I can actually see a curled up tip already. Ugh. So gross. I'm gonna cut this off right away and continue spraying. Good morning and welcome to this video. My name is Emilia if you're new here. I live on the countryside in Sweden, and I've planted out basically everything in my vegetable garden the last couple of videos. And I also have these tomato trellises that I bought. I don't need this many now actually, because some of my tomatoes has died. I've been struggling a little bit with peppers, tomatoes. I'm not exactly sure why. No, maybe I do need all of these actually. I'm gonna set them up. Let's see. I'll just take them out. They're a little bit smaller than I thought. Flimsy, I don't know. There are no instructions. All right, I think I've got it. Well, they are much smaller than I thought. But yeah, we'll try it out. I'm gonna find something better next year. I just didn't have the time, but I mean, that's fine. It's a little bit crooked actually. That will do. I have some weird seeds or like seedlings sprouting. I think it's from my bokashi. All right, so this is what the cages looks like. I'm gonna remove these sticks. The damage on the sweet alyssum. If I just do this, can you see all of the tiny flies? Earth beetles, earth fleas. Then here, look at this. All of these seedlings. I don't know what this is. Look at this, so many. All right, are you ready? What is this? It's like really rooted in here as well. What? It's like some sort of melon or something. Oh my god, okay. Note to self. Don't throw seeds in your bokashi compost, because obviously they like ferment. I mean, it's a great way if you do want seeds in your beds. Good morning. It's a new day and things are looking pretty good now. It's finally recovering. I need to mulch. So I actually had haylage or some sort of silage that got moldy, so I can't use that. So I had to buy a new. And this is a Hampa mulch and it's 100% organic, pretty universal because you can use this both for animals but also for mulching your beds. It's produced in Sweden, it's a really good quality, and underneath here I'm actually gonna reveal something really exciting. I haven't opened this for, I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks because I needed to let them have a chance to withstand any sort of pest. It's really heavy, it's 20 kilos. I have 2 of these bags. But I think I'm just gonna start opening here, and it's gonna rain tonight, and that's great because these might otherwise fly everywhere. It's so light. I might even water it in, we'll see. And I'm just gonna spread it quite lightly because I have seeds and seedlings. I don't want to have too much. So this is going to retain moisture. This is something that I should have done way earlier because it's sort of like a pest control as well. Slugs don't like crawling on this, as well as earth fleas or earth beetles that I have such an issue with. And I should have done that way before because they have been munching on a few of my crops. So I personally really love like the contrast with the dark soil, the green, and then you know the wood of the beds. And I was gonna mulch with tree bark mulch, and I had that. Oh, the irises are blooming behind you. Anyways, I was gonna use bark mulch that I did last year and it was fine, but I've just read that it can take a lot of nitrogen when it's breaking down from the plants. So, you know, I want to give the plants the best conditions as possible. I'd rather have that over the aesthetics. And hopefully the plants will fill out here so that you won't maybe even see the mulch. Let's see. Wow. Oh. Look at that. Oh, I feel like the pests are gonna be all over it if I remove this. But I mean, they're already forming up so nicely. It's not like too long until I can harvest here. Isn't that just beautiful? But yeah, it's forming up nicely. I have Napa cabbage, I have point cabbage, I have kohlrabi here. So exciting! Oh, I love this. I always have doubts in the beginning when things, you know, aren't maybe doing too well because of transplant shock or diseases or whatever it may be. But then, like, look at that. And it's been very protected. I'm just gonna remove all of the lower leaves that are touching the soil. That'll help with pest control. Alright, so on to the garlic bed, and I'm gonna pull this in not too long actually, but I'm thinking that I'm not gonna raise the soil level anything more. I have to do it next year because I've already planted other things. So I'm gonna mulch, and then if the mulch get a little bit disrupted from pulling up all of the garlic, then that will just be added, you know, mulch, compost eventually. I need to fertilize. It wasn't that long ago that I did that, but garlic and like onions are such heavy feeders that I need to give them a little bit extra. And while I'm here, I'm actually gonna sow cucumbers. I have them in my pocket. I'll do that right now. So I really thought this year would be the year that I was completely finished with this raised bed garden. But we just had to prioritize other things. First of all, we're getting married in less than a month. I had sown a lot of like native flowers, perennials and such that I had to plant out. Something that I really wanted to do was to spruce up the cottage garden a little bit, because it's such a focal point here. This is also a really big focal point, but this has such big projects. I'm just happy to have everything in the soil. Now I'm mulching, make sure everything is watered and fertilized and harvested. And maybe prune a little bit, but you know, it's just gonna fend for itself. During that time, we can continue on with these projects. That takes a little bit time and effort, so we're gonna weed everything and then fill up the gravel in the pathways. That is really something that we should have done the first, I don't know, year, but I was pregnant. The year after that, I had a newborn, and then comes this year. So this year is finally the year where we can hopefully finish up this area. Everything is planted, we'll have our wedding, which I'm so excited about. The planning thing has been so much fun. But then we'll go away also for a little wedding getaway to Italy. And after that, it's all go with all the gardening projects. I feel like you take one step forward, 2 steps back all the time. But I mean, I kind of enjoy the process. And if you do too, then please consider subscribing, because gardening, vegetable gardening, is not the only thing we do here on this channel. We bought this land, it was like empty. We just had a red cabin here 4 years ago. So we are basically building everything from the ground up. Everything that you see, except for the cabin, we have done. So it would mean the world to me if you consider subscribing and support me in any way possible, so that I can continue doing this, because this is, you know, this is the dream, and I feel like I'm getting there. It took about 20 kilos for all of the beds, like pretty light-handed. And this bed might look very empty, but I have sown seeds in here. But yeah, since this is it for, you know, planting everything, getting everything ready, I think I'm just gonna end the video here. It will be a fun test, and I'm just looking at everything. It looks really good. I just really appreciate that you're here, and thank you for the amazing support on my cottage garden series as well. I love this so much. Please consider subscribing, comment something nice, give it a like, and I will see you in the next video, which I hope will be a June tour. Thank you for sticking by. I will see you next week. Bye bye.